Hello, thank you for joining us today. We have a few updates for individuals on this new tax season. As you know, we are experiencing just some different situations right now, right? With this whole COVID situation, we've definitely shifted some things. So I wanted to come along and be able to just inform you and give you a few quick updates. Just as a reminder, IRS deadline for individual taxes is July 15th. That is your new tax deadline day. Instead of April 15th, they have shifted it to July 15th. However, with that July 15th deadline, anybody who owes or who has a balance due with IRS, your balance due payment date is that July 15th date. If you are thinking, you know what, I don't think I can get all my stuff together by July 15th, not a problem. Just contact our office so that you can be put on our extension list. We still will be able to do extensions, and those extensions will carry you out until October 15th. So there is still some hope. You don't worry, don't stress that you have to get it all out by July 15th. However, if you want us to be able to get it out for you by July 15th, then we'll need to have your documents in the office by June 15th. So we're coming upon that deadline here pretty quickly. You're welcome to email them over to us. You're welcome to drop them off at our office. We have a little slot in the door that you can drop them in. We are still working with essential office personnel. We haven't quite opened up completely yet. So we have a few options. Just contact our office and let us know which works best for you. In addition, I do want to let you know that those of you who are required to make estimated tax payments, the first estimated tax payment was April 15th. That date had been shifted to July 15th. However, the second estimated tax payment has a deadline of June 15th. That's still on the books. I know, it makes it a little crazy, right? So April moved to July, but the June is still in effect. So just know that you do have a June 15th estimated tax payment coming up. The next one will not be, you'll have the June, there'll be a July, and there'll be a September, and the next January will be the fourth estimated tax payment. In the event that you're not prepared or ready to be able to make those payments, contact our office. We have we can work with you on how much you can send so that it doesn't break the bank, but still gets you some money in your IRS bank, because come 2021, you will need some of that there possibly. Next thing, economic stimulus payment money. So by now, most of you have received your economic stimulus payment monies, hopefully. If you haven't, and in the past, maybe you've always had to send a check into IRS, you're not used to them sending money to you. But in this case, they're actually sending money to you. You may need to go in on the IRS website at www.irs.gov and update your direct deposit information. There is a link there with economic stimulus payments, and you'll be able to update that information so that way they can go ahead and issue out your stimulus funds. In the event you don't make it, you don't have time to get that done, don't worry. Next year when we process your 2020 tax return, there will be an opportunity to be able to request that money that wasn't received. Now, for those of you who are parents that have children in or have adult students in college, just remember, if you're claiming your student, you're not going to be able to, the student will not be able to receive a stimulus tax payment, okay? We have had quite a few questions about those. I know, they're still our dependents most of the time, but IRS doesn't see, they're not in the qualification where the parents get extra funds, nor are they able to get stimulus money on their own either. What can we do? Just follow the rules, right? The other thing I want to remind you guys is that unemployment. Those of you who are receiving unemployment funds, because perhaps you happen to be displaced or laid off during this whole COVID season, perhaps your hours were cut. If you were receiving unemployment and now you're able to go back to work, or you're able to take in some additional hours, by doing that, you will need to contact the unemployment office and let them know what your new pay schedule is going to look like. There still may be a chance, if you're going back for part hours, there still may be a chance that you'll receive some funds from unemployment, from Texas Workforce, and also your working hours. Perhaps that's not the case. You may have to let them know where you stand so that you can be able to turn off the unemployment altogether. Everybody's situation is a little bit different. But my advice to you is make sure and keep them informed of your situation, because everybody's situation is unique. I know the phone lines to Texas workforce are busy all the time right now. However, do your best. Send in emails if you can. That's always a good way to be able to just keep them informed of what's going on. Worst case scenario, what can happen is if you start working and unemployment does not know that you're starting to work, you may be required to pay some of those funds back. So just keep that in mind, put those funds aside so that you'll have them ready for when they ask for them. Final thing, we just want to thank all of our clients for working with us during this time. We know that we are behind schedule, unfortunately, at processing tax returns and processing client information. This COVID situation, we have been able to set up remotely, which is great, but it has taken a toll on our process and it has slowed down some. So thank you for your patience. Just know that we are working as diligently as possible to get all your information out to you as accurately and as efficiently as possible. Our office hours are our office is still continuing to be closed because here in Austin city limits, we are still at a stay-at-home ordinance, at least until June 15th. However, you can drop off paperwork. We do have essential staff checking in. You're still able to reach our office. You can reach our office directly and we can give you out, we have extension numbers that reaches each one of our staff members remotely. So if there's anything you need, feel free to contact us by phone, by email, or dropping us off a note. Thank you and have a great rest of your day. Stay safe.